Revered as a supernatural entity by some of the wasteland, Ug-Qualtoth is widely described as an eldritch being and a forgotten god. Most information regarding this figure is shrouded in layers of religious zeal, insanity, and mutation. It is also known that the figure is worshipped as a deity in the region of Point Lookout, Maryland. Rumors of this deity predate the Great War, though not necessarily by name. Constance Blackhall was an unnaturally long-lived woman who led a cult before and after the Great War at Point Lookout who worshipped the Ug-Qualtoth. She acted as a priestess to the swampfolk and led them in rituals divined from the Krivbeknih, an ancient book tied to the deity. Her brother, Richard Dunwich, was an industrialist and a noteworthy occult figure in his own right. His company, Dunwich Borers LLC, functioned as a front to his occult affairs and also served as a means to conduct private archaeology digs. While his company racked in money by providing mining drills to megacorporations like Poseidon Energy, the funds were used to advance the cult's agenda. The company's poor safety record also served to obscure what was de facto human sacrifice in the Dunwich sites. Eventually, the Dunwich building was built in a remote location near Washington, D.C., and Richard was able to use his company's resources to excavate a cavern below the building. He ordered his managers to grant unaffiliated staff early leave for the holidays starting on October 18th of 2077. He eventually broke through into a subterranean chamber on Saturday, October 23rd, the day of the Great War. What became after Richard Dunwich after he gained access into the room is unknown. While he was breaking into the chamber, another similar discovery was made in Massachusetts. Immediately before the Great War, a ritual was performed at the Dunwich Borers quarry wherein several employees were apparently bound against their will and turned into feral ghouls. The employee, Tim Schutz, helped orchestrate the ritual by monitoring his co-workers. However, Dunwich and his corporate associates were far from the last ones to seek out the power of the Ug-Qualtoth. Nearly half a century later, the building continued to be visited by cultists of the Ug-Qualtoth and those who succumbed to its influence. Due to her possession of the Krivbeknih, Constance Blackhall lived an unnaturally long life in the irradiated swamps of Maryland and ruled the cult for generations. She only died when the book was stolen from her, and by this time, the cult had permeated the culture of the locals and the swampfolk in particular. Without the guidance of the Blackhalls, these beliefs lost coherence and devolved into a set of performative chants and rituals alienated from their original meanings. Generations later, Obadiah, the last surviving Blackhall, was determined to recover the book. The book re-emerged in the late 23rd century, recovered by Jamie Palabraz's father, a ranger from the Midwest wastelands. His father died with the book in his possession, and Jamie soon followed, becoming a ghoul and a guardian of the Ug-Qualtoth's deep temple, awaiting a feast that would result in the god being born again. Obadiah Blackhall would shortly attempt to recover the book to reunite the Blackhalls and regain its boons, returning the Ug-Qualtoth to the world through a ritual conducted at his manor.